Hello VC, Steve here. Just a quickie to show you what I've got spinning at the moment. First, just want to say I'm praying for New York. We got it on the news last night what had happened, and my thoughts and condolences are with you. I'm basically listening to a lot of Ozzy Osbourne at the moment. This is the Live at the Budokan CD. Zakk Wylde was on guitar, and also a great man called Robert Trujillo. And it's a great live album. I am a big Ozzy fan, but I must admit some of his late material I find painful to listen to. But it's got enough of his early material, and he does Paranoid of the old Black Sabbath song, sort of to pull it back. But I do like Ozzy. He's local to me. He comes from Aston. Zakk Wylde's on this CD. He was the guitarist, but he's not my favourite guitarist. I think the best guitarist Ozzy ever had was J.K. Lee, but that's just my humble opinion only. But Zakk Wylde seems to do the job. Talking of another Zakk Wylde, I've got this one, Black Label Society, Sonic Brew. I've given this a spin, and I'm afraid, gotta say, it's 50-50 whether it's staying in the collection. It's a bit stoner for me. Plus for the fact, if you listen very carefully to one of the tracks, it's got the Black Sabbath riff, Sweet Leaf. But it was a bit painful for me to listen to this. I don't know whether I'm going to keep it or not. If anybody's got any comments on it, or they can recommend me a good CD by this band, hit me on the comments below. Another album I've played at the moment is this album, Five Finger Death Punch. I've held up this CD before, and I really like this album. The first track is an absolute killer. It's called I Got Your Six, and this is, I think, their last album. I may be wrong, but they're touring in Birmingham at the moment. We was debating whether to go and see them, but it was a bit expensive. But some of the tracks on there are a bit new metal-y, you know, with the prolonged chords, and I find it a bit painful as well. But on the whole, this is a good CD. And apparently we was talking about it, I might be wrong, but I think they changed the style for this one. But yeah, that's what I'm listening to at the moment. This is one that Farley, I'm blaming you for it, sir. I got the Entombed. This is a phenomenally good album. I ain't going to talk about it because Farley's already done it, because I believe he held it up. And just to say, I got my copy. I was surprised to see it in our record store, and it was at an extremely good price as well. Normally for a CD you pay double figures for this, but I got it for sort of low single, so I was doing well. But this is the Entombed, Left Hand Path. I've been having a bit of a thrash metal session at the moment. One band I really love is this band, Exodus. This is their seminal album. It's called Bonded by Blood. And anybody, if you're into thrash, you've got to own this CD. It is a classic. Talking of classics, I've had this one on the MP5 a lot. This is Nuclear Assault, Game Over. This is another seminal classic thrash album. And the last two albums, if you're into the thrash metal scene, and if you haven't got them in your collection, you're doing something seriously wrong. Go out and rectify the situation straight away. Another album I'm really enjoying at the moment, I've already held up as well, is Slayer. This is World Painted Blood. I absolutely had this on last night, and it was absolutely brilliant. I just want to say welcome back, Cloudy, and go out and buy it. You asked for a Machine Head. I've got some of their early stuff. That's the stuff you want to be picking up. I'll dig them out and I'll tell you. But that's another band I'm going to see live next year as well. But when you talked about Machine Head, go for their very early stuff. As it got on a bit, it got a bit sort of like, if you know what I mean. But also another two CDs I've been listening to as well. I don't know who the lead singer of this one is, but I gave this one another spin. This is our great Scott Waters off the VC. And this is his band Ultimatum. It's Christian metal, and it's just absolutely brilliant. I really like this CD. As you know, in previous films, I don't listen to heavy metal on a Sunday, but I do sort of make an exception with these. But I tend to like more mellow music on a Sunday. Plus I have friends coming round and they're not really into the heavy metal at all. So I've got to keep other stuff, and I enjoy early 70s funk, soul, that sort of stuff. And we have a few dances and stuff here, and that's how we hang out on a Sunday. But another album I'm really enjoying, Scott sent me this one, is the Mosketeers. This is again a Christian thrash metal band from Rox Records. I played this the other night. I had to put it on repeat because it was that good. The guy on the guitar really knows his stuff here, and there is some cracking riffs, and there's some cracking songs as well on it. It's just brilliant. It's Christian thrash. I know it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I certainly do like it. I just want to leave you a little laugh. I just want to show you my record bag. This is what I carry when I go to the record fairs. I've had it for not quite a while, for about 4 weeks. And what I do is I wear a punk rock t-shirt and I store all my records in this. This is Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. I'm not really a royalist. I'm sort of in the middle with them. I don't hate them either. I live, when I'm down my auntie's, about 15 miles from Windsor Castle, and she hasn't invited me round once for a cup of tea. But yeah, I am going up to see her because she borrowed a couple of my Slayer CDs and hasn't returned them yet. So I can't have that. Anyway, VC, I just want to say spread the love. And by the way, you notice I've changed locations again. I'm just experimenting a bit with the light at the moment. It is early morning here, and I'm just experimenting, so I don't want to make you dizzy by keep changing locations all the time. We'll spread the love, VC. Take care. Bye.